Welcome back to Food Entertainment. Last year, one of the most talked about reviews I did was of 1981's The Howling in 4K from Scream Factory, which was a fresh title at that point in time, I might add. And I addressed another movie, which is talked about. And I told everybody that eventually I would get that other film. And then I would actually tell you what I stated when I did my review of The Howling in 4K. If I still had the same opinion of me vowing that it's the best werewolf film of all time. Well, my opinion has not changed. It still is the very best werewolf movie of all time. But if you haven't figured out what we're talking about, I need to look at the year on this real quick. It's freaking hard to find it. Alright, just give me a second, people. Sorry. Okay. That, of course, would be 1981's An American Werewolf in London. Now, I know that this has new artwork on the other side. I'm sorry, people. It's the old man in me. Sometimes I just like the original artwork. Now, the new artwork on it is not bad at all, but I just really like the new artwork. Alright, well, American Werewolf in London. Unlike The Howling, this film actually has comedy in it. Because it's a horror comedy. It's not a straight-up-to-your-face terrifying horror film. Or something that tries to pass itself on is a supernatural, terrifying film like 1981's The Howling did. Now, what's interesting is this big battle of which werewolf movie is the best one. Well, I'm not going to do a battle of the 4Ks with this because I already reviewed The Howling. I don't really have anything else I really want to say about that. But if you look back I only did 8 reviews last year around this time, so I say if you go back about 32-ish videos from all the videos you'll be seeing on these 5 movies I'm reviewing for this segment, you will find the review for The Howling in 4K, and then you can watch that and then come back to this review and make up your own mind as to what movie you think is the best werewolf film of all time. Alright, well, let's read the plot synopsis. One of the greatest directors of the 80s, John Landis, the Blues Brothers' Trading Places, combines horror and dark humor in this classic, An American Werewolf in London. American tourists David and Jack are savaged by an unidentified animal hiking on the Yorkshire moors. David awakens in a London hospital to find his friend dead and his life in destroy. Returning to the home of a beautiful nurse to recuperate, he soon experiences disturbing changes to his mind and body, undergoing a full moon transformation that will unleash terror on the streets of the capital. An American Werewolf in London had audiences howling with laughter and recoiling in terror upon its cinema release. This film has gone to be become one of the most important horror films of this decade, rightly landed for its masterful set pieces, unique, upsetting atmosphere, and Rick Baker's truly groundbreaking Oscar-winning special makeup effects, now restored and presented with a abundance of extra features. This big beast of horror can be devoured as never before. Alright. Yeah, that's good enough. Doesn't give any much away. I would say it's kind of a combination of something kind of similar to, say, Vamp from 1981. If you know, the friend kind of being dead and shit, and talking to the main character and stuff like that. That aspects. While also in a lot of ways being very similar to 1940. What year was that? 1944's The Wolfman. It's kind of similar to 1944's The Wolfman. Matter of fact, a lot of it kind of reminds me of it, that film. But this definitely is a dark humor horror comedy. It's definitely not a straight up horror film. Alright, well, my opinion of the film. I think the film has very, very good visual effects. I think that it's actually quite a good watch. But this right here is, unlike The Howling, it's not really a exploitation horror film like that really, gets under your skin. This right here is more of pure escapism from reality. This is the type of horror film that you would watch if you want something that will make you laugh with hysteria, while actually having some really cool visual effects and monster effects to look at on a really good story-driven movie. When you had a bad day at work, or you're just pissed off, or you're in a depressing mood, this has so much comedy and so much of light atmosphere, despite its content, that will kind of lift you up a little bit, or help you escape from reality. That's the type of movie this is versus The Howling. The Howling is a straight up horror film. This right here is not. It does have horror themes in it, and it's obviously a very hard rated R movie, but it's definitely not a straight up horror film. This has a lightheartedness to it, being a comedy and stuff. All right, well, the quality. This has both a DTS, actually a PCM uncompressed dual mono sound presentation of 1.0 channels, and a new 5.1 DTS HD MA master audio surround presentation. Now, I do recommend that you go for the 5.1 surround presentation of the film. I think it's a lot better than the mono PCM track on the film. It's definitely really good on the audio. I wasn't expecting the audio to be as good as it actually is in this. It's trying to be generic. It's trying to be a generic, neutral DTS HDMA. But there are points in the film where it really gets effect heavy. So it definitely can't actually be, because there are points in the film where you can actually have like directional effects. Like, for example, when the werewolf is chasing them in the woods of, the outskirts of London. You can actually hear the werewolf as if it's coming from many different areas of your atmosphere in your theater room that you're watching the movie in, or bedroom or whatnot. So yeah, there's actually some pretty decent surround effects in this movie, and that's why I can't say this is a generic DTS HDMA. This is not. There's some pretty good effects in the sound presentation of the film. As for the picture, this is very Dolby Vision heavy. It's not really HDR10 heavy. It's compatible with HDR10, and HDR10 again does try to make up for your display not having Dolby Vision if you don't have Dolby Vision on yours. So it's pretty decent. Now one day when I get a 4K display that has Dolby Vision capabilities, then we might return to some of these Aero video releases in 4K to see if the Dolby Vision really pops it out any more than the way I watched it. But I can definitely say I enjoyed this movie a lot, and I definitely recommend it. So that's what I have to say about this film. If you have not seen American Werewolf in London, I don't know what's wrong with you. It's a classic, and classics should always be checked out. And I'll see you guys next time.